Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to recreate this really easy, really cool marble nail art. I wore this to a wedding last weekend and looked down and realized that I matched a countertop. But these things happen, right? I guess? Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, if you want to learn how easy it is to get this look, then just keep watching. So I started with a white base, and then I took this Winstonia Store brush. It's really small, and I used two colors of gray polish for this. I started with a kind of lighter gray, and then I just applied that over random spots all over my nails. You just want to make sure that you don't apply too much polish and that your splotches are not too big. So after I do that kind of all over the nail and just kind of wherever I felt like it, I took a thicker brush and dipped it in some OPI nail polish remover, and then I diffused all of those lines that I just created with the light gray polish. The trick to this look is that you really want to make sure you don't have any harsh lines and that everything looks really blended together. So sometimes I'll even put polish on my brush, as you see here, and then dip it into the nail polish remover and then go over everything again. If you take off too much gray, don't worry about it. You can always add some and repeat this process. And I'm just kind of doing that all over the little splotches that I applied to my nail. Again, the key to this look is to just make everything look blended and diffused and just painting very, very lightly. So when I go over with nail polish, I'm going very lightly. When I add nail polish, I'm adding it very lightly, because you also don't want to take off too much of your base, because then you're going to have an uneven layer of nail polish. And then I'm taking a slightly darker gray. This looks like the same color on camera, but it is darker than the first color. And I'm just adding it very, very, very lightly to just random areas, focusing on the bottom of where I first applied that light gray nail polish. This is just to add a little bit of dimension, because marble is not just white and gray. There's a little bit of darker gray, a little bit of black, so that's why I'm doing this part. And same thing over again, I'm just going over it with nail polish remover just to diffuse those lines and make everything nice and blended. How many times have I said blended? Anyway. Then right here, I'm taking some black polish and just accenting the areas that I have just diffused. As you can see, I'm barely adding any polish. I have barely any on my brush, and I'm touching my brush very lightly to my nail. And after that, you're all done. I don't diffuse the black because it's just meant to accent. So I like to add a shiny top coat and then a matte top coat, because I think a shiny top coat kind of blends everything together. And you can totally leave it this way, but I think that the matte top coat gives it more of that marble stone effect. So I love adding a matte top coat onto this kind of design for that reason. So once you've added that and it is all dry, you are all done. It's a lot easier than it looks. You just want to make sure that, again, your lines are kind of blurred and everything blends together. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope your takeaway was that this really is a much easier design than it looks. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.